horrible effect. So, but we have to continue. Emergency sector. This is oil sector and petroleum sector is in emergency sector. There is
Yes.
no shutdown or lockdown. We are outside the restriction of traveling because of our emergency service. Our depot operation was totally was running in good position, but around 30% sale of petroleum products like diesel and jet one and octane were
Yes.
down or plunged because of pandemic, because of traveling movement was restricted, and the vehicles were running less than the requirement. So our sale was down because of this pandemic. But we have to be involved in our transaction because of payment. Our payment system in our company to be audited, especially we have to go out for a special payment. We have to work 3 or 4 days in a week out of 5 days. Friday and Saturday is our off day normally. So we are outside the restriction or limitation imposed by the government. In that time, we we had to work by rotation. Internal auditor, especially accountants in our company, and sales people or marketing people didn't attend. So um, but operation people have to join our work. So we have to run our company. So COVID-19 situation didn't uh, have a knock-on effect or a harsh effect on our company. You see our annual report. Just 20 to
Yes, sir.
30% sale was plunged or decreased in 2021 or 1920. In this way, you can analyze our annual audit report. So we had to continue our job physically or virtually. That's our second question. How task of remaining impartial and independent throughout COVID-19 period has been easier or more difficult? Internal auditor and external auditor have to be independent. They have independence on their work. We have to be follow ISBA code of ethics. Every profession has this code of ethics. The doctors, engineers, the ISBA code of ethics didn't allow us to be dependent on certain situation like this. In all time, we have to be independent, but we have to face, we had faced some restriction, or that's a natural calamity, and force measure was there. This is natural calamity. COVID-19 had affected, badly affected our economy, but didn't have enough effect on our company because this emergency sale was the product our emergency. Our sale was down, but we didn't face any going concern concept. I'll come later to you. That's ISB effect. That intentional ethical standard board for accountants. We have to follow independence into our main 5 principles: independence in integrity, objectivity, independence, and professional competence and professional behavior. But external, as an external internal auditor, we didn't face any independence threat from outside or from our company. We had to work together to run our company, to operate the operation, and overall our success was great because we mutually mutually shared our work with external auditor and internal auditor and management of our company. So this was little difficult to have document or audit evidence. I will come later in your next question. So ISB, we are independent totally, and external auditor couldn't join our physical verification or any program like 1st July of and 31st December, that we have to arrange our physical verification of our inventory especially and our total record, cash and cash and bank, that were delayed, but they couldn't fully join, but they shared they shared our work with their own own necessity. We had to give them the evidence what we have collected from our accounts and internal audit department. That's we have to run our company or operate in success. So COVID-19 did not have any threat on independence on internal auditor or external auditor. This is our ISBA code. You can have ISBA code of ethics from
Yes,
available
sir. We'll collect it from the
website.
online.
Yeah?
We'll collect it from the online.
Yeah, available. It's available for you can visit our ICAB website. This is available in
Yes, sir.
ICAB. What is this
ICAB.
huge book? I have a hard copy of this. We have to
Okay, sir.
go through always. We have to read and study this. This our code of ethics and other standard with a standard. This book is with a standard huge book of over 1,000 pages. You can collect from website. The third question is, do I work currently remotely or in person? I have already
Yes.
said we have to go outside in person or physically attended our office, and we have to work from remote, remote area, that our MD or chairman they were not fully attended or present in our office. They had to work from home, and they use the online or virtual system, especially Zoom meeting from they give all instruction in our WhatsApp and Zoom. That's all. I will come later. So this is as emergency service. COVID-19 didn't have any limitation or knock-on effect or harsh effect on our work. We had to continue our company. I have already said this. Then number 4, did you counter issues collecting evidence during pandemic? This pandemic was very horrible especially in 2020 after March. Or were under threat of uh, demise of huge loss of our economy and our people, especially our professional, passed away. So collecting evidence, audit evidence was there, but audit evidence collected especially in the Langdon period. You know, external audit couldn't join our special program of physical verification, especially 30 June and 31st December. But they had to collect our evidence and from our internal source. We had provided all documents or evidences from our end that our company, our management accounts and internal audit were fully aware and cooperative to them to provide all documents of audit evidence. That is ISA 500. You should read about ISA. All ISAs we have to follow in our audit, and your syllabus could be arranged to study or giving lesson on ISA. I would request your university management to introduce ISA from your BBA course.
Okay.
So collecting evidence, but we have to take time, or SSC or RJSC, all government authority, tax authority, extended our time to present our documents or uh, any information in the website or in the newspaper. we had been sanctioned 2 months for extended time for quarter uh, first quarter report or second quarter report in 2020 2020 year. In the year 2020, government gave the instruction to extend time for presenting quarterly report, annual report, tax. You should know 184. There is a IT ordinance, income tax ordinance 184. They have sanctioned time for presenting our return, annual return or personal return, individual return, tax return. But in case of VAT return, we are all updated. No VAT return were delayed because of our online stream. Our online stream was good for two companies, for the oil company and Eastern Lubricant. We did not miss our submission of monthly VAT return. Whether the sale was down or up, doesn't matter. We had to submit our report before 15th of every month. We did not miss and did not face any penalty by the VAT authority. But tax authority, there is a general extension of time 184G. This should be read in income tax ordinance 1984. So VAT authority didn't impose any penalty, but tax authority gave our time. SSC also extended 2 months time for quarterly report, annual report, for everything. So they have granted time petition. This is collection evidence that the issues of collecting evidence was collected by the external auditor, but in the Langdon period. This was deferred, but did not miss. We did not miss our program or any time any
it was delayed.
petition. Everything was late. Flight
Yes,
was
sir,
delayed.
it,
Everything was
yes,
delayed,
sir.
but we have to wait and situation was normalized after December, and we have to face our the situation. No, we didn't miss anything. And we are updated in our website and usually in AGM after 1 or 2 months later from normal time. But we have completed our AGM within 9 months. That is in the Security Exchange or Companies Act 1994. We didn't miss the March 31st. After we were accounts ending is accounting and ending year is 30 June, but you didn't miss the March for next March 31st. You see in the website our and you get everything annual report.
Yes, sir. We will collect the data from the websites.
Yeah, available. This is available in our
so,
website.
By the way, so did you face any?
Don't have any. Yeah.
Sorry, sorry to interrupt. So did you saw any misstatements in while collecting the data?
Misstatement, material misstatement. That is under 315 or 214 fraud or according to ISA 240 315. External auditor didn't have any misstatement, but delayed report doesn't mean your the material. There is material misstatement in financial statements. So but material misstatement we didn't have, but you can analyze Jamuna Oil Company's audit report for 30 June 2021. They have qualified audit report, but no misstatement. For misstatement, there should be disclaimer or adverse opinion according to ISA 700. You can study ISA 700. There is 4 kind of report: qualified report, unqualified report, adverse or disclaimer. You can also read in your auditing book. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Audible.
I can.
Audible.
Yes, sir,
Hello.
audible.
Yeah. So there is no material misstatement in our financial statements provided by our management for two companies, that for the oil company and Eastern Lubricant Blenders. But there is some qualification in report by auditor. You can see in Jomuna Oil Company's report for 30 for the year ended 30 June 2021. There is some they couldn't have the information of accounts receivable, the judgment or collection, then PPE, property, plant, equipment. There is some qualification, and huge mining oil company, and another is there is lease rental with dry dock. I have seen and reviewed the audit report given by the auditors, external auditors of Jamuna Oil Company, not our report. There is
Okay, sir.
our report was clean, and we have got unqualified report, unmodified opinion by the auditors. So there is no material misstatement in our company's financial statements.
Yes, sir.
That's our next question. Do you feel more reliant on
Reliant.
technology or the more? We got habituated. We are habituated using especially WhatsApp and Zoom meeting, and our
Yes,
board meeting, especially uh, except the annual report signing board meeting that is held in November. We didn't have any online meeting or Zoom meeting. With there, we have been arranged. The management arranged the physical meeting for board meeting for passing annual report because of huge volume of work at that time. All other meetings, especially board meeting, NRC meeting, according to a security exchange, audit committee meeting, and all other meetings were held in Zoom. So we are getting technological benefit using the technology at our for our company. AGM two AGMs were held in Zoom. You know,
yes, sir.
we have contacted with the provider of AGM online AGM service, that UCAS maybe. So they have arranged
Okay.
the all online or virtual
Meeting.
arrangement. They have arranged online streaming program of AGM of for the oil company and also for Eastern Lubricant Blenders Limited. Four
Okay.
meetings or AGM were held at that before during these 2 years after
Okay,
pandemic
sir.
and before pandemic. So we didn't have any problem of arranging our AGM. Online streaming was very successful and very easy, and 80% workload was reduced. Physical AGM
Okay,
is
sir.
uh, very much difficult to arrange. There's a 1,000 or more or 2,000 around people gathered. This is very much tough to hold this AGM. So online AGM is successful, and we welcome this online streaming and using the technology. So we have got the answer.
Yes, sir.
Sixth number: how frequency of client visit decreased during the pandemic? Frequency was for external auditor. Frequency was low. Frequency they decreased their visit because of travel restriction. So a lot of our one of our external auditor partner was affected, two maybe affected during the COVID-19. So we have to relax their coming and going and restrict and traveling to visiting our company. So and in the depot stage, all our depot were visited by the another company's representative. Jamuna Oil company's people, as I earlier said, visited our company, and for the oil companies and
You
instant
went.
lubricant companies, people have to do or carry out their physical verification of inventory or stock. So number 7, was there any difference? Do you collect information client during was collecting data easier, harder? Collecting data was not hard, but auditor have to comply with audit evidence ISA 500. That there is
Yes, sir.
two elements: sufficient and appropriate. Sufficient is quantity and appropriate is
And qualitative.
quality. Quantitative and sufficient appropriate audit evidence has been given by us to the auditor, external auditor. So there is no thing that harder we have to assume that this was a little bit harder, but not impossible for us in this using in the modern
Using the
technology we are
technology.
using. We have to have a huge software of Oracle, so you didn't face any hard problem that you are questioning. But
Okay, sir.
for Domino company, the property plan equipment, you see in their report, dry dock companies list and other asset, and they have huge receivable from PDB and Chittagong City Corporation. They have qualified in their report the external auditor. So you can see their report, but for the oil company's report was clean and unqualified. So there is no problem arose for that collecting data for auditor, especially
Yes.
external auditor. We have provided everything, but they received late, but evidence was
So
enough authentic,
unmodified.
unmodified. Yeah. But there is another important element of this audit evidence. That audit evidence, especially you should know that petroleum products, octane, diesel, that's after morning, this can be changed. Stock may be changed.